All right, today's a good topic here I want to cover with you guys. Want to show you something that works out in reference to the strategy, using multi-chart confluence, marking up higher, base charts, zones, the supply and demand, and then moving down to a lower base chart. That's what the strategy involves, right? If we're looking to trace demand off the higher time frame or higher base chart, and then a demand area on a lower base chart. Now, let's talk in reference to, do you always need to have a higher base confluence zone with a lower base or lower base chart confluence zone? Not all times, okay? I want to show you an example so that you can pay close attention in your own personal trading when you see certain setups like this occur, okay? Events like this occur. So we're going to take a look at an example of a trade setup to where we have a lower time frame. Excuse me. Let me retrace back. Where we have a higher time frame or higher base chart, low probability setup, okay, meaning where there's no gap back at the zone, but then we have on our lower base chart or lower time frame where we have a higher or high probability setup, meaning where we have a gap at a zone where that area or that zone has not been tested, meaning that it's unmitigated. Okay, so where you see this green box right here, okay, this is the 120 range chart. Okay, so this is my higher base chart where I like to mark my zones and then move down to. And lately I've been using the 120 and the 24. We haven't been having a lot of volatility, and I've talked about this many times in the past. As a trader, as the markets change, you have to change as well. Okay, meaning you may have to make some adjustments to the charts you're actually using. Okay, not the charts work. Okay, and strategies work. It's just that sometimes you're going to have to make adjustments to the charts you're using, and in this case here, using two charts to get our confluence, one to use to see the overall direction of the market, and then the second one to help us get into a more precise entry point, okay, as we narrow things down, all right? So on the 120 range chart, as you can see, and let me make a correction here. I'm sorry. The zone I want you to pay close attention to is right here. This is a low probability zone, as you can see. Okay. Okay, here we go. Right here in this area here. Not this one here. This one did work out, but this one here. As you see here, we got a break of structure above here. The market pulls back, right? But this zone right here is a low probability zone because it pushed up, okay? And this wick here, actually in this green candle here, as you can see, let me show you and blow it up a little bit. All right, let's bring it back. This green candle broke above this last down red candle. It pulled back with the next candle. So this zone is now a low probability zone, which broke higher and broke structure above this area at 362. Now, this is a low probability zone on a higher base chart, but pay attention closely when we move down to the 24 range to what you'll see. So, because I want you to be able to identify examples like this, that even though we have a higher base supply or demand zone, in this case here, this is a demand zone, low probability, you may have a lower base, high probability zone on a lower base chart or lower time frame chart, and the trade will still work out. Okay, not saying 100%, nothing's guaranteed. We're just trading based on the rejection that we get when we move down or scale down to a lower base chart to look for an entry. So now that we marked the zone up, we know it's low probability on the higher base chart here. Let's move down to our 24 range chart. Okay, now here's the beautiful thing. This bigger rectangle box, blue box there, that's our 120 higher base zone. Okay, my style of trading, supply and demand, centers all around confluence and confirmation. Okay, we're first marking a zone up on the higher base chart and then a lower base chart. I talk about setup after setup after setup and show tons of examples like this, especially if you are a elite channel member. Okay, and if you choose to become one, the link is down in the description portion of the video. You'll see two links when you scroll down. The first one's a Discord. The second one is to become part of the elite membership, okay, which is only $6.99 a month. You gain backdoor access to all the trade breakdown videos, to where I walk through tons of trade setups surrounding trades that I posted over in the Discord. There are tons of videos there. I'll run you through stop loss placement, profit target areas. We talk about the strategy and as a whole, what I was thinking. So it's as if you're getting training sitting right next to me and walking you through trade setups. These type videos have helped tons of individuals that are part of this community. So again, if you want to be able to gain access to valuable content and grasp an understanding about the strategy using multi-chart confluence and how to trade it correctly, I highly recommend you, if you choose to, become part of the Elite Channel membership. Okay, scroll down, you'll see that link there. Click on it. 2 tiers will pop up. The second tier is the one you want to join, which is only for the one that says $6.99 a month to become an elite. I think it's a channel member or elite channel subscriber. However it's titled, it's that second option for $6.99, and you'll gain direct access to the trade breakdown videos, the video playlist, and various other video content. I did a great video on market structure as well. So if you want access, the link is there. But again, setups like this right here, I want to show you. We have a higher base zone. Now, the smaller rectangle box is the 24 range chart in which I'm looking to take my trade from. Now, if you pay close attention, you see within the higher base zone, demand zone, we have a lower base demand zone, right? So take a look here. What do you see, okay, when the market eventually comes back down to this area right here? We have a low probability, I'm saying not low probability, a high probability, not low probability. We have a high probability zone on a lower base chart. So again, lower probability on the higher base chart, but higher probability on the lower base chart, okay? When we find confluence even in that happening, it still works out. You know, just if you get the confirmation, we're talking about once it taps that zone, then we're looking for the break and close of the candle. Why? Because the market came back and tested again a higher base demand zone. So still opportunity that the market could push up because it showed on the higher base chart where it broke structure and made a new high, right? As long as we are continuously breaking structure and making new highs, if the market comes back to an area, again, there's still potential it could push up, especially if you have a lower base chart, okay, showing you where there is a high probability zone at that you can mark up. And this right here is a higher probability demand zone because we broke structure here to the upside with all this aggressive force. There's a gap back at the zone, meaning it's not tested and it's unmitigated. Pay close attention to examples like that, trade setups like that. Even though you may see where it's a tested high probability zone on a where it's a tested low probability zone on a higher base chart, it still could pan out to be a high probability zone on a lower base chart. So hopefully that works out and you guys understand what I'm talking about. But I just want to talk about that today in today's video. Look, if you are anyone out there that's not a current subscriber to the channel, I would highly recommend you that you become a sub to the channel by clicking on the subscribe button, okay? Gain access to all this valuable content that I'm basically giving away for free here on this channel. If you test it, back test it, forward test it before you start putting money into a personal account or looking to pass one of these evaluations, spend time on the charts, okay? We have had plenty of individuals that have passed their evaluations and now traded their own personal accounts. They found success using this very same strategy. So do yourself a favor, click on the sub button, become part of the community. Also, make sure to turn your post notifications on so you don't miss one of the uploads here on the channel. Please do yourself that biggest favor. And last but not least, if you are someone that is, again, looking to become an elite member, that link is down in the description portion of the video. If you want to join the Discord, it's free. The link is right above the link to where you can become an elite channel member. But also, if you found value in today's video and back test these things, I'm telling you that you'll see that not everything works 100%. Nothing is guaranteed. Trust me, there's no holy grail to trading. You have to spend time on the charts to find something that actually works for you and allows you to provide you consistency. But if you found value in today's video, please do me the biggest favor and drop a like on the video.